It's been a long, long journey. But Jesus been by my side. It's been a long, long journey. But Jesus been by my side.
Give reverence to God, to my pastor, Reverend Robert, to my father, Reverend David, and all the pulpit guests, everyone in their respectful places. I have long suffering. The definition for the word suffering is probably quite different from what you might imagine. Suffering simply means barring ourselves from following sin and self. In other words, when we choose to bar ourselves from following what we want, what we feel, and what we desire, and choose instead to follow what Jesus has asked, we often do suffer.
That's right.
It's often very difficult to say no to self and yes to God, and difficult to put others' interests and needs before our own. It has been said that long suffering means suffering long. That is a good answer, but a better definition is needed. The word suffering in the Bible is made up in two Greek words meaning long and temper. Literally long-tempered. To be long-suffering then is to have self-restraint when one is stirred to anger. A long-suffering person does not immediately retaliate or punish. Rather, he has a long fuse and patiently forbears. Long suffering is associated with mercy. 1 Peter 3rd chapter 20th verse. And hope. 1 Thessalonians 1st chapter 3rd verse. It does not surrender to circumstances or succumb to trial. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to Abram and said to him, I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be blameless, that I may make my covenant between me and you. And with you, you shall be the father of a multitude of nations. No longer shall our name be called Abram, but your name shall be Abraham. For I have made you the father of a multitude of nations. I will make you exceedingly fruitful, and I will make you into nations, and kings shall come for you. Then Abraham fell on his face and laughed and said to himself, shall a child be born to a man who is 100 years old? Shall Sarah, who is 90 years old, bear a child? Sometimes God asks us to wait for something, even though he's promised it to us. God promised Abraham he would be the father of many people, but at a very old age, he has still without children. Abraham and Sarah knew what God had told them, but they had yet to see evidence of the children. Abraham and Sarah trusted God, and they waited patiently for him. This doesn't mean they waited perfectly. They took matters into their own hands at times, but God's grace covers them, and he still fulfilled his promise.
Yeah.
In his perfect time.